Okay, so overnight I did another reinstall of Forza Motorsport 5, um, and I have some unusual results. Let me quickly show. I don't really have a whole lot installed on this Xbox. The first game I downloaded was Forza Motorsport 5. That's the only really large title. I do have the Killer Instinct game. I haven't even tried Connect Sports Rivals Preseason or Xbox Fitness yet, and then I have these other apps. So there really isn't a whole lot on here because the problems I've had, I just don't feel like having any more issues at this point. So I'm going to start Forza, and the issue on this download is that I was able to get all the tracks to load to pre-race in the free play mode. And that was a smoke test that I was using to make sure that all the track data came across. That's not going to work, unfortunately, because I had problems with a couple tracks. And to be fair, until I race them all, there's no telling if each track will work correctly. But just to show you what I've discovered just this morning after doing what I think is my 6th or 7th install of the game now. I'm going to go to free play. I'm going to say select track. And let's go to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There's only one circuit you can choose. We're going to start the race. And in case you haven't been following along with me on Twitter or on my blog or with other videos, I have tried everything that's been suggested, including resetting my game. When I've done reinstalls, I have powered the Xbox off hard. I've cleared the persistent cache. I've reset my profile. I've deleted my profile from the box, my Xbox profile. I had a friend on another Xbox sign in as me, and he was able to play the game just fine, including tracks that were problems for me. So I've tried everything, and the multiple reinstalls where the problem is different every time, the tracks that are affected are different. It just starts to think out, okay, so now that we're in the pre-race, you can already see there's a texture problem. The skybox triangles are not showing, the textures you would expect. So it kind of looks like I'm going to have a night race. It kind of looks like I'm going to have a night race here as it pans around the car. It's supposed to be a nice sunny day, but there in the background you can see that it's dark over there. So the textures did not all come down on this track. So I already have a bad install, and obviously it's not going to be acceptable. But let me go ahead and start the race. You can see it's black behind the car, and it's light in front of the car, but if I look up, let me get into a position where I can look up, you can see that it's definitely not right. Those triangles are visible. There's some to the left. So there's some issues with this track. It might be playable, but certainly you don't, I mean, this is not an acceptable outcome. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and quit this race. And I'm going to move on to a second track so you can see that I have another problem on another track on this download. And I'm very confident because I can try this test a million times with different cars, different profiles, and it's always the same tracks. So this is an issue of data corruption. I'm beginning to think that my hard disk just simply has a problem because this is the 6th or 7th reinstall of the game, and it just flat out is never going to work right. So it just means I won't buy any more games, and I'd have an Xbox I can't use, I think. I think that's where I'm at. I don't know what support thinks, but... So when I load Laguna Seca, this is going to get to pre-race, and then it's going to crash. So it is going to get to the pre-race section, and then you'll see what happens. I'm not going to touch anything on the console whatsoever, and it will crash back to Xbox Home. Just give it a second. There it goes. So that's the same results every time. I could do this forever. It's always Laguna Seca always does that. Indy always does that. I was able to load the other tracks. I didn't play them all. There could be individual texture issues on other tracks as well. But, you know, once again, I don't have a good download of this. I've never gotten a good download of this, and I definitely need some help from Xbox support. Thank you.